Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey.
It feels like it's been so long since the last video.
It has. It's been over a month. Part 4 today.
What's going on? First and foremost, we just want to thank you guys for still kicking with us, and we want to let you know that if you're going to be in the New York area, let us know, because we will be at New York Comic Con. Bang! So, yes, please look out for us. We'll be the black and white kids walking around.
Yep. Dressed up like black and white kids. Can you guys do a Pokemon Let's Play?
I mean, technically we could, but with the way that YouTube is and Nintendo right now, they're like
I forgot
in a major way. So I mean, we have a better chance of just live streaming it and while we're on Twitch or something like that. But as of right now, to be honest, that's not really likely for us.
Are you guys excited for Dying Light?
Yes, and hell yes. That shit looks awesome. I like the route that they decided to take. Open world co-op, where you can customize your own character and you can actually have, an actual, 4-man team, where it's like you and a couple of your friends just go out there and just go ham on some zombies. Like, that's awesome.
I like the gore.
The gore is pretty cool. The detail in that game is really awesome. A lot of the gadgets that they showed in the trailers look really awesome. And of course, at first, I don't know why, I thought it was exclusive for Xbox, but apparently it's available for both consoles. So,
and it'll be available. It'll be available on Steam too.
On Steam as well.
Yeah.
So that I'm excited personally. Any extra thoughts?
Zombies.
Moving on.
What was your favorite class in Destiny? I personally picked the Hunter, only because it looks cooler. The Titan reminds me of Titanfall, and the Warlock kind of was a mixture of Halo with something else. Gandalf, maybe.
Gandalf.
What was the other guy's name? Dumbledore. Like if Gandalf and Dumbledore had a baby with another person, it was like a 3-way sex baby. You would get the Warlock, but I picked the Hunter just because it looked cooler.
Okay, when I have nightmares, it's gonna be your fault, because I need you to take this image out of my mind now. 3-way sex Warlock orgy.
What inspired you guys to do what you guys do when you do what you do?
When we do what we do,
we do what we do.
Very well. Really, I mean, it started from a very basic thing. I mean, we just thoroughly enjoy video games, and we like playing video games with other people as well. And like I said before in previous videos, we never thought that, recording video games and that people would actually be interested in watching you play video games, really. I mean, I didn't even picture myself just wanting to sit down and hop on Twitch and just watch people just play. But obviously, it's so much more than that. But obviously, we're just inspired through, other people that came before us. Like before I said, Chris Smoove, Pewdiepie, all these other different guys. And, they're funny, they commentate, they give their own opinions. And whether if you agree with it or not, it's just really nice to, get a second opinion. Or a similar idea of things that you thought.
Like, we just watched Swoozie play Star Wars Angry Birds the other day.
Yeah, we really did.
It was funny. We got to see Swoozie do push-ups because he lost. We challenged him to real-life Mario Kart, but he didn't say anything, so we think he's scared.
Which, by the way, shout out to Swoozie. Thanks for putting us in your video. So
yes,
this is
thank
us
you.
Returning the favor.
And we're going to put your face in here, too. Right here. Would you guys ever consider doing any playthroughs for Alien Isolation or The Evil Within? Perhaps even older console games like Resident Evil 4, GoldenEye, Left 4 Dead, etc.
etc.
We do plan to do The Evil Within because we first got a look at the game and thought we need to play this immediately. As soon as it comes out, we need to do this horror game. And then we played PT because we heard that it was good, and we were like, you know what? We're going to try PT, see how it goes.
People were saying that it's supposed to make you shit your pants.
Maybe it'll be a good, game for us to start as a small climb into horror games like The Evil Within, which is really gory and disgusting. And PT scared the out of me.
Literally.
It was literally made for you to shit your pants, and it did exactly what it said it was going to do.
Which, by the way, I tip my hat off to that, because for just to be a teaser, very well done. If you have not downloaded the free teaser and you own a PS4, do that immediately as you're watching this video now.
It was hard for a teaser. It was hard as hell. We actually needed to go on Twitch in order to beat it.
And shout out to all the guys that hopped on Twitch and watched us play and helped us out through that too.
Because otherwise we would still be sitting here
with our thumbs in our ass, scared as
racking
hell.
our brains trying to figure out how to beat it.
But it is a nice little not to go
that was a super tangent. But we are planning on doing things like The Evil Within, older console games.
Possibly. I mean, if the thing is, if you guys request it, like, we'll definitely consider it. But we don't want to go down that Dino Crisis route.
Yikes. If you haven't seen that video, go to the first video we ever posted, and then do yourself a favor and delete that from your memory. Get yourself one of those Men in Black things and just get you neuralize yourself. Next question. Which consoles do you play on most? We own PlayStations 1 through 4, and do you have an original Xbox?
We did. I think we sold it. However, I think we're considering getting it back. So, yes, we did own the original OG Xbox. We also had the 360. I have a Wii as well.
So do I.
Not the Wii U. What we play on the most, he's obviously on his PlayStation 4 the most. Obviously, prior to that was the PS3. I'm mostly on my Xbox 360. Plan to get a 1 soon. And also plan to get 4 as well. We really try not to be biased on any console, even if it comes off like that. It's just that's just the console we have at the time.
Right. So if it seems like we're posting too much about PlayStation, it's because we only have the PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
Like Chris said, he's planning on getting a 1. I'm trying to win one through my school right now, and if I don't win, I'm going to quit that school and join another one. But yeah, so we're not biased against any consoles. It's just what we have because we're still putting money away to get another console.
So, to answer your question, PS4, Xbox 360.
What's our favorite video game? We answered that in the first video, possibly the second video as well, so go look at that one. We'll leave you links in the bottom, or you can just click it. Who catches? If you could make your own game, what would it be and why? Well, the story would have to be good, number one, because a great story is what leads a game. Even if the graphics are terrible, the story drives the game. So it would have to be something with a good story. I personally like action adventure, but I think if I made a game, it would be survival horror, because survival horror games died for a little while. I think pretty much after like Resident Evil 3,
yeah,
they all kind of just nosedived into this terrible horribleness. And then I heard about Slender, and what was that other one? Amnesia. And then like this Five Nights at Freddy's. We watched videos of that we watched Pewds play it, and we watched a couple of other people play it, and scared the hell out of us. Like we already talked about PT, The Evil Within. All these horror games are now making a comeback. I would make survival horror. I don't know, what would you make?
Me, it would just really be simple and basic. I just put out an RPG.
Temple.
Like, hell no.
Temple Run with the Ninja Turtles.
Temple Run with the Ninja Turtles. That was our idea. Don't try to take that.
Copyright 2014 at 7:20 on Monday, September 8th.
Take that,
suckers. But you would make an RPG?
Yeah, it would be, like you said before. For me, story is really heavy for me, and not in the sense of where it has to be overly cinematic like your Metal Gear Solids, and not that I don't like those games, because I love those games, but for me it really doesn't have to be that cinematic for me. I just need a really good story, with like really good character development. Like, give me a reason to care about these characters. You know, I'm not gonna lie, now that I'm thinking about it, I think it would either be RPG or something along the lines of like the Telltale games, like The Walking Dead and you know, A Wolf Among Us, like all those. Like, I really like the whole interactive kind of game where, you know, you make your own decisions and, you know, it changes the story or how the order of the game is supposed to go. So I think that would be I would do it, either RPG or one of those interactive adventure type video games.
Papers, bong, or vape? First, when I read this question, I was really confused. But then I remembered what they all were. I mean, what the hell is this asking me? But me personally, neither. And by neither, I mean none. Not that I disagree with anybody who does, you know, smoke or anything like that. It's just not for me.
I'm not going to say anything on this video that might incriminate me.
If you ever played Mortal Kombat, who was your favorite character?
Wait, why do you say if we ever played Mortal Kombat?
I feel kind of insulted.
I mean, how many games they got? Like, I feel sorry for the person that hasn't played Mortal Kombat. But to answer the question, for me, again, I'm gonna keep it real simple. Always
Sonya Blade.
You. always picked Sub-Zero. Always. Yeah, I just always liked him. I've liked his costume, his moves. Sure, a lot of them could be cheese at times, but I'm just a big fan.
And on the contrary to that, I always pick Scorpion. I have no idea why. I hate the color yellow. I just always liked Scorpion. I liked him from the original when I could, you know, tear somebody's, tear their skull out. From the first original Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
And his character, like, both of their characters are like really the face of. It's
Mortal
not
Kombat?
Liu Kang like everyone thinks it is.
Or at least what it started.
Yeah, it started to be, oh, okay, Liu Kang wins the first Mortal Kombat, he's going to be the face. No, it's really not. It's Sub-Zero and Scorpion are the faces of Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, they tell that story over and over, and like people just never seem to get tired of it, I feel.
Pepsi or Coke?
I'm a Coke man. I like Coke. I prefer Coke.
I don't drink soda. But if I do...
Good point.
Yeah, I mean, we don't really...
I hate soda.
We don't really drink soda like that anymore. We used to when we were, you know, in high school because that was what was provided to us. And then they took it out of the school and we switched to Gatorade, which probably wasn't even any better.
But if you had to pick one.
But if I had to pick one, I don't know. My family used to buy Pepsi all the time, so I guess Pepsi. It doesn't really matter if I go out somewhere and they ask me Pepsi or Coke. I just tell them whatever.
Whatever you have. You're saying here,
whatever.
You're giving me the illusion like I have an actual choice when really you just have one.
Oh, would you like Pepsi or Coke? Pepsi. Well, we only sell Coke. Okay, well then give me that. I'm not going to complain about it.
So if you guys have any Coca-Cola bottles with our names on it,
send them to us. Favorite bands?
Are we just doing strictly bands, or like is this like rock bands or like hip hop or?
I think band is a general term for everything. Like a favorite artist, I suppose. I guess artist would be more than, or a band would be more than one. So I guess Jay-Z doesn't count. Like a Jay-Z, Kanye, kind of Pharrell kind of thing. They don't count. I mean, like any NERD would count.
Okay.
But Pharrell himself doesn't.
Okay.
It's really a loaded question for people like us who are really into music, and it's kind of, it's favorite band, but then it's what genre, and then out of that, who do you consider to be in a band? So
exactly.
This question is actually kind of hard to answer. But if we're gonna go for like an overall, who is our favorite?
Let's just go for strictly bands.
Strictly bands. Okay, go ahead. Okay, well I'll go first then. I really like Dance Gavin Dance. Linkin Park is one of my all-time favorites. Like old Linkin Park. We're talking like their first 3 albums. That's The Hybrid Theory, Reanimation, and Meteora. Anything after Meteora to me is crap. DGD, LP, Incubus.
I'm gonna just go down a list of a few that I can think of off the top of my head right now. Again, like you said, Dance Gavin Dance back in their prime, and I still listen to them now. I like Pierce the Veil. I liked Emarosa. You. I like Emarosa back when Johnny was in the band. I like A Day to Remember, but the thing is, a lot of times I like bands, but I just don't know their names because like they'll have something so over the top. I do most recently listen to Slaves. Oh yes. The irony. But most recently, just saw y'all seeing this pattern right now. Like I'm a real big Jonny Craig fan, but just seen him recently in Philly, which was really awesome. I had a good time. Yeah, we had a really good time with him. Which shout out to Jonny Craig who follows us as well on Twitter.
And so does Slaves. So guys, download the freaking album. Okay, go get Through Art We Are All Equal.
So we had a really great time with him. Bought us drinks and we danced and talked shit and it was a good time. So
yeah, Slaves is. I actually listened to that album on the way home from work today.
Yeah,
and I almost got into a car accident because I was trying to belt the high notes. I'm trying to think if we missed anybody. DGD is like pretty much the main one. DGD, Slaves.
I mean, there's little dumb ones too, like back in the day, like when we were young, like Gym Class Heroes.
Oh yeah. 311.
Right, 311. Wow, forgot about them. I mean,
Sky Eats Airplane.
Sky Eats Airplane. Way back when.
Back in the mid 2000s.
Oh, and shout out to our other boys too, Man Overboard too.
Oh yeah.
Who are also from from the same state. And we actually used to record with them. So what's up, Nick?
Hey.
Well, thank you guys as always. Please keep the questions coming, and we will see you guys next month
for part 5.